Hello buddy and welcome to episode 23 of Brunswald. In today's episode we're gonna do a lot of expansion, but we're also going to make a pretty big park in Brunswald, which is gonna be in this spot where the lake is. And I'm just starting off by putting down these apartments here on the, I guess, corner of this whole spot where the park will be. I just really wanted to use these apartments because they just feel really realistic to me. This is sort of the stuff you see here where I live in cities. And yeah, but then I put down this Pepper Booze assets. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, but I thought it was a cool tower. Wanted to sort of have a kind of like water tower in this park from the beginning, but couldn't really find any good water tower assets. Because I wanted to have something that looked pretty old. But yeah, I couldn't find really anything good, so I ended up using that one, and it's a pretty cool one. In real life, it's a church, but I don't know, for me, or in this park, it's just gonna be some sort of landmark, I guess. Then I'm using this Park Life assets, which is by Build, or it's compatible with Park Life, I guess you could say. And it's this lion gate, which I'm gonna have as the main entrance for this park. And I had it downloaded, so decided to just put that down. And it does look really cool, actually, I think. So yeah, but then just putting down a bunch of trees and stuff in this whole park, which yeah, which is gonna be pretty much a lot of this episode, just putting down a lot of trees. But yeah, so I thought I would talk a little bit about the last episode, because I did ask for some names for the small village that we did. And also thanks a lot for the feedback on that episode. It seemed like a lot of you guys enjoyed it. But the name I decided to go for was suggested by Lazarus Boy, and it is Lindenfeld. I don't know if we've used that in some other project on this channel. I sort of feel like we have used it for something. I don't know. Maybe it's just something similar that I'm mixing up with, but yeah, I decided to go for Lindenfeld, and yeah, I thought the name just sounded good, I guess. So thanks a lot for that suggestion, and also thanks to everyone else that suggested names. I do appreciate that. But yeah, it's gonna be Lindenfeld, that town is gonna be called. And I know a lot of people keep like asking if this is a German city or where in Europe this is based. And I've said this a lot of times. It's just a generic project. I guess a generic like northern middle Europe project somewhere there. And I don't have any real life location of where this would actually be. I just don't want to have that because I feel like it limits me to be like more creative with this. If it has to like fit into a specific area, I just sort of want to do whatever and just take inspiration from whatever place I want. So yeah, that's, I guess, answers that. but yeah, then I'm also putting down this vanilla gazebo, which is from Park Life. And yeah, I don't really tend to use vanilla assets, so I don't know. But I think it worked now. I think it worked out nice. It was a little bit too bright, but I just changed that with the painter mod. So yeah, but in 1 week time from now, this gets uploaded on the Friday. Can't really remember the dates, but when this video goes up, the exact same date, it's gonna be 1 week until I will be going to Berlin and attending the ParadoxCon, which is gonna be really cool, and I'm very excited for it. It's gonna be really nice to meet a lot of community members, YouTubers, asset and mod creators, and I've never really been to anything like that before, so yeah, I'm pretty excited for it, and just wanted to ask if you guys, or any of you guys, are gonna be attending that as well. It is in Berlin from the 19th to the 20th, from Saturday to Sunday. But yeah, just wanted to ask if any of you guys are going there as well. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I will be having a normal video go up on the Friday there still, which I'm already done recording, and I pretty much recorded that whole episode in 2 days, but I had a lot of fun with it, and the next one is really gonna be really awesome, I think, and I'm very happy how it turned out, and can't wait to share it with you guys. But yeah, anyway, back to what we're doing on screen. So I put down this statue here, which is by Geese, and it's some French statue. I don't know who the person is, but it's some person who is like pointing something towards the sky or something like that. And I've been wanting to use that statue for quite some time, and decided that it would be cool to put down in this park here. And now I'm doing something here which might not be very realistic, but I'm making like a small pier here with a few boats, and yeah, I thought it looked cool, but it probably would not be realistic because this is just such a small lake, and to have boats like this, I mean those like two boats that are placed next to each other, those would probably not exist in a lake like this, but maybe the other one could perhaps exist in a lake like this. But yeah, I know it might not be super realistic, but I think it just looks really nice to have a small pier like that, and I think I'm gonna keep it for sure. Then I just created this small custom bridge here that goes over the canal, just a pedestrian bridge, and it looks really cool when people are actually walking over it. But yeah, I used these wooden planks by Beard Monkey that are for like making a construction site, and I think it turned out pretty cool, but I want to know what you guys think about it, if we should change it to something else. Maybe to the new pedestrian bridge that came with the new train bridge that Revo put out. Maybe we should change it to that one or something. I don't know. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think about that. I think it's pretty cool, but we could maybe change it if you guys don't like it. But yeah, then I'm doing this industrial building here. So this whole area that we worked in the episode with the inner city bus station, that whole area was, or is meant to have been, an industrial area, and sort of this would sort of be included in that as well. So I wanted to keep this like last industrial building for the I guess city center of Brunswald that is still left to this date. And yeah, this is probably gonna be like shut down in the future, and they're probably already planning that. But I wanted to leave one industrial building in the city center of Brunswald. I just thought it would be cool, and yeah, like it's still gonna be operating, but they're definitely like planning to shut it down or whatever, or just turn it into some apartments or something like that. But I think it turned out cool to have this industrial building here, and I really do cover it up with trees, so you don't really see it from the park. And yeah, I just thought it looked really cool to have this here. But now I'm gonna put on some music as usual and let you listen to that, and I'll tune back in a few minutes, so enjoy the music. So we have now moved over into the other spots. I start off by putting down that Colossal Order broadcasting building, and now we're making this small little ice cream shop here. which I think turned out really cool. It's right by this bus stop here, and yeah, I wanted to have a lot of trees here and just like a small store like this, because the hill behind there is pretty steep, and we have this COB building there, and yeah, I just thought it would make sense to put a lot of trees there. And I do really like that COB building, because it's a nice transition from the industrial part that we have into more residential areas, because it's not like a polluting industrial building anymore. Probably it might have been back in the day, but now it's obviously just a broadcasting building. And yeah, so I do really like that one, and I think the asset is very cool as well, because it has like that parking spot or parking area on the roof, which is pretty unique for assets in this game, but it's stuff you see quite often in like big building complexes and stuff. So I thought it was a cool asset, and yeah, it just worked out nice. Then we are putting down these wedding apartments, I think. I'm pretty sure they're called that, by Sven Berlin. And I've used these before in Brunswald, but I wanted to use them a bit more here. And yeah, I didn't really want to start like the suburbs already here, because this is still pretty close to the city center. So I wanted to have something more, or I wanted to have more like apartments here before we get into more suburban areas. So I thought these would be nice to put here, and I do really like how the shape of these turn out. So I combined 3 of them into this sort of L shape, I guess you could say. And yeah, I think it looked really nice. It's a pretty big complex, but yeah, and I'm putting down a lot of like trees and stuff around it. I guess to minimize noise pollution, maybe, because this road that we have running here is one of the more busier roads in Brunswald. There's a lot of traffic on that road, so I thought it would be nice to have a lot of green space around here. And yeah, I think this would be an overall nice area, and you would have a good view of the city if you have like a penthouse or something in this apartment complex. I think that would be a pretty cool spot to live. But then I'm making a parking spot here behind. I don't know, maybe we should have had like an underground parking, but honestly didn't really want to make an underground parking, because they just take a lot of time and also a lot of props. So I decided to just do this here, which is a simple parking spot using the parking lot roads, and I think it turned out nice. Not a lot of parking actually for a big complex like this, but I guess most people living here would probably just maybe park on the street if there isn't parking spots available, or they would just use like their bike or public transport or something like that, because it is really close to the city center. So a car is not really that necessary to be able to commute from this place. But then I'm just lining this road with these linden trees, I think they're called. And yeah, I wanted to have a tree-lined road like this. I thought it would work nice here. And yeah, just I guess to do something more unique. I don't really do a lot of tree-lined roads like this. But I had the UK roads that has that whole grass patch in between the sidewalk and the road itself. So I decided to put some of these trees here along this road, and I do like how it turned out. Then I made like a custom staircase there as well. I didn't do that on camera because I don't know, the time lapse would just be too long. But yeah, I think the staircase looks nice as well, and they are using it, so that's also a plus. And then I'm just putting down this park over here with a small little, I guess, fountain. So I wanted to have a pretty open park here with a lot of green areas and not too many trees and stuff in the park, because a lot of parks tend to just be like very open and not have like a ton of trees. They tend to have some more like open areas, and that's sort of that is sort of the design I wanted to go for with this park. So yeah, and I think it turned out good. I think it fits that spot pretty well. Now we're just putting down some more paths around this Fantoft student housing building. I don't want this to be student housing, so this would just be normal apartments in my mind, even though the asset is called something with or Fantoft student housing. But yeah, this is just normal apartments. And I do like the detailing around here, using a lot of these like thin paths, which aren't really used by the Sims in game, but I think they look good. So So yeah, and then just putting down a lot of greenery once again, because this is close to the busy road and that whole massive roundabout that we have. So wanted to have a lot of greenery and a lot of bicycle stands here as well. So people could just take their bike into the city for work or something else. And yeah, just doing more detailing here. But that's pretty much going to be all for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you're coming to ParadoxCon, because I will be attending it. And yeah, but subscribe if you're new to the channel, leave a like if you enjoyed, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. I'll catch you next one. Have a great day, and bye-bye.